सर्वेभ्यः नमस्काराः। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अजन्त पुल्लिंग प्रकरणे 12 भागः। मार्च मासस्य 9 दिनाङ्कः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। अजन्तपुल्लिंग प्रकरणे ईकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गाः अधीयन्ते। ईकारान्तपुल्लिङ्गेषु आदौ अधीतः वातप्रमीशब्दः, औणादिकः ईप्रत्ययान्तः वातप्रमीशब्दः. Always essential to qualify that vaatapramishabda with its derivation, since the rupa depends on the derivation. So currently we have considered one type of shabda where it was derived from mang mane dhatoho औणादिके ई प्रत्यये निष्पन्नः वातप्रमीशब्दः प्रत्ययस्य ईकारः. किं भवति वातप्रमीशब्दे इति चेत् सामान्यतः इकोयणति इति अनादेशः भवति. वातप्रम्यौ वातप्रम्यः वातप्रम्या वातप्रम्ये इत्यादि सर्वत्र यणादेशः. अन्यत् किं विशेषसूत्रमस्ति किमपि नास्ति. अमिपूर्वः अं प्रत्यये परतः अमिपूर्वः इति भवति. चस् प्रत्यये प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इति भवति. Other than that, it is all everywhere we just do end using eco-energy. That is one kind of one category of ikaranta pullinga. So the next category is where there is a strilinga word, right? Yatha dirgha nyantantah bahushreyasi shabdah bahyah shreyasyah yasya sah iti bahushreyasi. Kimastyatra shreyasi iti ikarantah strilingah. Strilinga nyantah. Okay, so it's not enough to say it's strilinga, it is a ni pratyayanta. So it is called nyanta. Okay, so since it is nyanta, there is one additional karya which would happen, which would depend on that nyanta. Also, strilingatvat yustrakhyo nadi ityanena nadi samya vidyate shreyasi shabdasya बहुश्रेयसी शब्दस्यापि प्रथमलिङ्गग्रहणञ्च इति वार्तिकस्य सत्त्वात् तस्यापि नदी संज्ञा विद्यते. So when you are comparing Vataprami and Bahushreyasi, first thing is this is a nyanta, second thing this has nadi samya. Okay. So wherever there is a karya dependent on either nyanta or nadi samya, the forms would vary. Right? So kim bhavati halyabhyo dirghat sutisya praktam hal iti sulopaha. सुप्रत्यये प्रथमाविभक्तौ एकवचने सुप्रत्यये परतः वातप्रमी शब्दे ऋत्वं विसर्गः वातप्रमीः इति प्रथमैकवचने रूपम्. अत्र तु न्यन्तत्वात् हल् नी आभ्यः न्यन्तात् आबन्तात् दीर्घौ यौ न्यन्तौ ज्ञापौ तदन्ताच्च परं सूतिसि इत्येतद् अपृक्तं हल् लुप्यते इति वृत्तिः. So दीर्घन्यन्तः बहुश्रेयसी शब्दः. Therefore the supratyaya which follows it will get lopa. This is the first difference between Vataprami and Bahushreyasi. So this is a karya which depends on it being nyanta. Tatah kim bhavati nadi samyashritani kanisana karyani santi. There are a few karyas, quite a few karyas which depend on the word having nadi samya. Kim karyam? Prathamatah ambartha nadyor hrasvah iti sambuddhi hrasvah. बहुश्रेयसी बहुश्रेयस्यौ बहुश्रेयस्यः इत्यत्र इकोयणति इति यण् विशेषः नास्ति. सम्बोधनप्रथमायाम् एकवचने अम्बार्थनद्योः ह्रस्वः अम्बार्थानां नद्यन्तानां च ह्रस्वः स्यात् सम्बुद्धौ. हे बहुश्रेयसी सु इति स्थिते अनेन ह्रस्वे हे बहुश्रेयसी सु ह्रस्वे कृते एङ् ह्रस्वात् सम्बुद्धेः इति सम्बुद्धिलोपे हे बहुश्रेयसी इति रूपम्. वातप्रमी शब्दस्य हे वातप्रमीः तत्रापि ऋत्वं विसर्गः. दीर्घः अस्ति इत्यतः एङ् ह्रस्वादिति लोपः अपि न भवति. हे वातप्रमीः इति रूपम्. अत्र तु नदीसंज्ञा प्रयुक्तः ह्रस्वः ह्रस्वमाश्रित्य सम्बुद्धिलोपः इति प्रथमं नदीसंज्ञाश्रितं कार्यं. This is the first of the series of karyas which depend on a word having nadi samya. And the second one is आण्नद्याः इति ङिताम् आडागमः. ङिताम् ङितः प्रत्ययाः ये सन्ति ङे ङसि ङस् ङि चत्वारः ङित् प्रत्ययाः सुप्रत्ययेषु अन्तर्भवन्ति। तेषु प्रत्ययेषु परेषु तेषां प्रत्ययानाम् आट् इति आगमः विधीयते। नद्यन्तात् परेषां ङिताम् आडागमः स्यात्। So where are we? हे बहुश्रेयसी, हे बहुश्रेयस्यौ, हे बहुश्रेयस्यः विशेषः नास्ति। बहुश्रेयसीम् अमिपूर्वः, बहुश्रेयस्यौ इको एणचि, बहुश्रेयसीन् पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घः तस्मात् छसोनः पुंसि इति नत्वम्। बहुश्रेयस्या इको एणचि, बहुश्रेयसीभ्यां बहुश्रेयसीभिः। तत्र three vibhaktis, we have two forms which are different. One is supratyaya prathama ekavachana and other is sambodhana prathama. Then we move on to the chaturthi vibhakti. There we have again bahushreyasi a. Chaturthi vibhaktau pratyayah nge nitvat annadyaha iti at agamah pratyayasya. Bahushreyasi a e. Idanim kim bhavati ati krite anupadameva atashcha iti vruddhihi bhavati. Ataha achipare vruddhihi ekadeshah syat. बहुश्रेयसी ऐ इदानीम् इको एणसि इत्यनेन यणादेशे बहुश्रेयस्यै इति चतुर्थेकवचने रूपम्. That is where we stopped. So बहुश्रेयस्यै Hello.
Swamyaji, we lost you totally for 2 minutes, I think.
Okay. Where was I?
You finished the previous slide, the last bullet. You said we stopped here.
Okay. And the audio also stopped. Right. There is some problem with the network today. Let's see. So bahushreyasi shabdat पंचमे एकवचने ङसि प्रत्ययः दश षष्ठे एकवचनं ङस् उभयत्र अस् इति शिष्यते तत्रापि ङित्तम् अस्ति ङकारः इत्संज्ञां प्राप्नोति तेन आण्णद्याः इति आडागमः प्रवर्तते सो बहुश्रेयसी आ अस् प्रत्ययस्य आडागमः आद्यन्तौ टकितौ इति आद्यवयवः बहुश्रेयसी आ अस् इत्यस्ति ततः किं भवेत् what should we apply next Okay, good. So आटि कृते अनुक्षणमेव आटश्च इत्यनेन वृद्धिः वस्तुतः अत्र अकसवर्णे दीर्घः इति भवितुमर्हति. We can apply अकसवर्णे दीर्घः here, but as we said, as we discussed earlier, even though in this case when we are dealing with supratyayas, we can either do वृद्धिरेचि or अकसवर्णे दीर्घः इति सूत्राभ्यामेव रूपसिद्धिः भवति. किन्तु यत्र परतः ईकारः उकारो वा अस्ति आकारात् परतः तदा ते ताभ्यां सूत्राभ्यां कार्यं न सिद्ध्यति. If there is an ikara or ukara which is following akara, then we cannot apply vruddhirechi or akasavarne dikha. In those cases also Panini desires to have vruddhi. That is why he created the sutra atashcha. यद्यपि अत्र रूपसिद्धिः अन्यथा भवति तथापि ऐक्षत् आ ईक्षत् इत्यस्ति आकार ईकारयोः अपि वृद्धिः इष्यते. तेन कारणेन अटश्च इति सूत्रं निर्मितं. निर्मिते सूत्रे यत्र यत्र प्रवृत्तिः सम्भवति यत्र यत्र सूत्रप्रवृत्तेः नियमाः वर्तन्ते तत्र सूत्रं प्रवर्तते एव. So wherever the rules are, wherever the conditions are satisfied, the sutra will naturally apply. So that is why we have to use atascha and not akasavarne dikaha, even though the resultant is the same. So bahushreyasi as इति कृते इदानीम् इकोणसि यणादेशे बहुश्रेयस्यास् विसर्जनीयः बहुश्रेयाः पञ्चमी एकवचने षष्ठी एकवचने च बहुश्रेयस्याः बहुश्रेयस्याः बहुश्रेयसीभ्यां बहुश्रेयसीभ्यः बहुश्रेयस्याः पुनः षष्ठी विभक्तौ बहुश्रेयस्योः यणादेशः ऋत्वं विसर्गः बहुश्रेयस्योः ततः तेनैव दत्तं नद्यन्त्वात् परत्वात् नुट् बहुश्रेयसी आम् इति स्थिते ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट् ह्रस्वान्तात् नद्यन्तात् अबन्तात् च परस्य आमः नुडागमः स्यात् ह्रस्वान्तत्वं नास्ति किन्तु नद्यन्तत्वम् अस्ति नदीसंज्ञां निमित्तीकृत्य नुडागमः क्रियते श्रेयी नाम ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट्. So in Vataprami and Am, we cannot apply this because it does not have Nadi Samya and it is not Rasva. Tatra Vatapramyam iti rupam atvatu Bahushreyaseenam Nudagamaha bhavati. Bahushreyasi I Saptami ekavachane Ni pratyayah. Travita Annadyaha bhavet kintu tatah ka.
Samyari?
Yes.
So, I think we lost you again for a bit.
Hello.
Yes, Samyari.
Oh, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, but we lost you since you did the Shashti Bahuvachan.
Oh Lord. Okay. I think I did. I'll go back. But okay. सप्तमी एकवचने इ प्रत्ययः बहुश्रेयसी इ इति स्थिते अत्रापि आण्नद्याः इति भवितुमर्हति यतोहि अयं नित् प्रत्ययः किन्तु ततः पूर्वम् अपरं नद्याश्रितं कार्यं विद्यते. There is another कार्य which is dependent on नदी संज्ञा. This is ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः. त्रीणि पदानि सन्ति सूत्रे ङेः आम् नदी आप नीभ्यः. This is actually nadi aap nibhyah. There is a sandhi again, so it becomes nadyam nibhyah. Nyehe iti shashthi vibhakti. Ni iti shabdasya shashthi vibhakti. Yatha hari shabdasya harehe iti bhavati tatha ni ityasya shashthi ekavachane nyehe. Ka prakriya. What is the prakriya in getting nyehe from ni? ङि इति प्रातिपदिकं कथं ङेः इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति? Anybody? Okay.
It's Sashti, is it not?
Is Shashti?
Yeah.
It is Shashti, not yeah. Huh.
Sashti of me. What is the question again?
You have ni. How do we get ङेः from ni? Starting from the pratipadika. What is the prakriya? Yeah, it is like harehe exactly, but what exactly happens in harehe? Acha hehe does not apply here. Okay. Hema?
Ngasi ngasoshcha.
Ha. Ngasi ngasoshcha इत्यनेन किं भवति?
If you have eng on the left side, then if ngasi ngasoshcha follows,
Ha.
ekah purvaparayoh पूर्वादेशः भवति
पूर्वरूपं भवति. Eng, if there is an eng letter preceding, there will be a purvarupa. But do we have an eng letter? We have ni. There is an ikara, which is not eng.
Oh, first we'll have we have to apply guna, right? It should have become a.
Right. So
eng hrasvat hrasvasya gunah. Yeah, hrasvasya gunah.
ह्रस्वस्य गुणः. Where does ह्रस्वस्य गुणः apply? जसि परे ह्रस्वस्य गुणः स्यात्. It is for just, only just.
Oh, okay.
Gher
hrasvad sambuddhehe and
it is for sambuddhi. You have gher niti. Ghehe, ghe samyakasya niti pratyaya pare gunah bhavati. So first ni is converted to ङे by gher niti. ततः नसिंहसोष्ठ इति पूर्वरूपे ङे अस् इति स्थिते ङेस् इति भवति. ऋत्वे विसर्गे ङेः. सो ङेः इति षष्ठी एकवचनं. नि इत्यस्य एकवचनम् अर्थात् नि प्रत्ययस्य आम् आम् इति आदेशः भवति. कदा? नदी आप नीभ्यः. एतेन Hello.
Hello, Soumya ji. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Soumya ji.
This is insane. Okay, let's try once more. If we lose the connection again, I think there's no point in continuing. This is getting too disturbing, right? So if
Yes,
the
Soumya.
network
So
gives,
if we lose you again, I will just terminate the webinar.
yeah. So, please. So where was I? I lost the flow.
I don't remember really.
Nobody. Right. So.
You were discussing the sutra.
Yeah.
You're saying that there is a sandhi in am and nibhya.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Lord.
were talking about the guna, nirniti,
Okay. Then so.
asing asad.
Right. So sutrartha. So ङेः इति षष्ठी ङेः आम स्यात् ङि इति प्रत्ययस्य स्थाने आम आदेशः भवति नदी आम नीभ्यः इति पंचमी विभक्तिः सो नद्यन्तात् आवन्तात् ङि शब्दात् च परस्य ङेः आम स्यात् इति सूत्रार्थः so whenever the ङि pratyaya follows a word with nadi samya or a word with ap or a word with ङि then it is replaced by am. बहुश्रेयसी इत्यस्मात् ङि प्रत्ययः अस्ति ङि प्रत्ययस्य स्थाने आम् इति आदेशः क्रियते सो द ङि सफिक्स् इट्सेल्फ इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय आम् ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः इति सूत्रेण ङि इत्यस्य स्थाने आम् आदेशे कृते इह किं करणीयम् अग्रे किं करणीयम् इति प्रश्नः सो व्हाट डू वी डू नेक्स्ट Okay, because we have Annadhyaha which says there should be an art agama, and we also have Rasvanadhyapo nut. Right? What does the sutra say? Rasvantat nadyantat abantat cha parasya amaha nudagamaha syat. Since this is now am, we can do nudagama also. Right? Should we do nut or should we do art? Which of these two should we apply? Is the question. Tada dikshitaihi uchyate iha paratvat ata nut badhyate. Art overrules nut because of vipratishethe param karyam. Hrasvanadhyapo nut ityasya sutra sankhya bhavati 7154 and Annadhyaha ityasya 73112. Right? So saptamadhyayasya tritiya pade asti art vidhayakam sutram, prathama pade asti nud vidhayakam sutram, ataha paratvat ata nut badhyate. नुटिक आडागमे कृते पुनः आटश्च इत्यनेन वृद्धिः आकार आकारयोः स्थाने वृद्धिः आकार एव बहुश्रेयसी आम् इदानीम् एको एणसि इत्यनेन यणादेशे बहुश्रेयस्याम् इति रूपम्. So the form in saptami ekavachana is बहुश्रेयस्याम्. So there are a couple of questions. First, am nibhyah is aap nibhyah. It is actually nadi aap nibhyah athva ab nibhyah. Tatra erononasike erononasiko va iti sutrena anunasika adesha. So because the following letter is an anunasika, the bakara gets replaced by makara. So this is actually aap. Then there is one more question. Also padantasya meaning. Where do we have padantasya?
Somebody just meant padantasya yaraha between am, up and nibhya.
Yeah. So since it is samasa, it is padanta. So we apply jhalam jashwanta and then do erononasike. Okay. Bala manorama is the question. Why achaghehe is not applied here? Aghitvat. This is not ghi. Why can't we apply achaghehe is the question. Ghi samya nasti. Ghi samyayam anadi samyau hrasvau yau ivarna uvarnau. When it is hrasva, ikara ukara, then only we have ghi samya, and if there is ghi samya, we can use achaghehe. Since there is no ghi samya, we can't use it here. Right? So bahushreyasyaam iti saptami ekavachane shesham e pratyayanta vatapramivat. All other forms other than what we discussed, all other forms will be like the original vataprami shabda which we studied earlier. Right? So what is the special thing which happened in bahushreyasi, in the word bahushreyasi? Nyantashritani nadi samyashritani karyani. So where does bahushreyasi differ from vataprami is wherever there is some karya which depends on nyantatva or some which depends on abantatva. Okay. So kani tani karyani. Ni nyantashritam karyam ekameva. There is only one karya which depends on it being nyanta, which is halnyabhyo dirghat sutisya praktam hal. Right? Sulopaha. Prathama ekavachane sulopaha. And nadi samyashritani karyani kani ambarthanadyor hrasvaha iti sambuddhi hrasvaha ekaha annadhyaha iti ngitsu pratyayeshu pareshu adagamaha dvitiyaha hrasvanadhyapo nut iti nudagamaha tritiyaha nyeram nadyam nibhyah iti nyehe amadeshaha chaturthaha. So chatvari karyani nadi samyashritani bhavanti. So in all these, wherever these sutras apply, bahushreyasi would differ from vataprami. In all other forms, it would be similar. Right? So, eteshu rupeshu. Prathama ekavachane nyantashritam halnyabhyaha iti sulopaha. Sambodhana prathama ekavachane ambarthanadyor hrasvaha iti hrasvaha. Chaturthi taha arabhya saptami paryantam ekavachane annadhyaha iti adagamaha. Shishthi bahuvachane hrasvanadhyapo nut iti nudagamaha. Saptami ekavachane aat api bhavati ततः प्राक् ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः इति आमागमः अपि भवति. सो एतेषु एतानि कार्याणि विशेषतया भवन्ति बहुश्रेयसी शब्दस्य. Some question. नचघेः वेदस दीक्षितस्य इवर्णो वर्णो when it is hrasvo. Well, meaning the vritti of Dikshita. The question of why does he say idutau and not why does he not say idutau, which is how it is in the Laghu apparently. So fine. So there could be any reasons. What I can think of immediately is because to show that the hrasva is an anuvritti. Panini does not say itu ut here. He just says you. You is getting anuvritti from yustakhyo nadi. In yustakhyo nadi, the you is interpreted as being dirghau ivarno varno. And then by niti hrasvascha, we take hrasva and then we make it a visheshana bhava and say that it is hrasva ikara and ukara in ghisamya. Maybe Dikshita just wanted to show that it is an anuvritti. How did we get that particular meaning? Because if he directly says idutau, sutre tat padam nasti. There is no it or ut in the sutra. Sheshoghe sakhi, sutre va anuvrittau va. The anuvritti says only you, right? So how can he make it as it and ut is true. I mean, finally tatparyam tadeva. Kintu atra anuvrittihi visheshanam bhavashta apekshate. Particular says he needs that. He needs the word hrasva and ivarna varna. So he has just translated the sutra as given by the words of the sutra and not an interpretation. So that is what I feel. This is just off my head, which is not wrong. Saying idutau is not wrong, but this also Dikshita would have had something in mind because while putting the sutra artha this way. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Masuji?
Yeah. The question is in the Bala Manorama, under quotation under Nadyadi Nadyantari Ityadina, Yeridi Saptam Ekavachanam, Saptam Ekavachanam, Vyakyanat.
Sutra you are doing.
Nanu Amikriti Krispa Nadyapa iti. Iti nuti yadagamaha. What is yadagamaha?
Yadagamaha iti paribhasha vidyate. Yadagamaha tadgunibhutaha tadgrahanena guhyante is a paribhasha. What does the paribhasha say is whenever we do an agama, the agama is always considered a part of which it has joined. Agama is a new entity. So you have am and there is a nudagama. So now nam itself is considered as a pratyaya, the am pratyaya. Yadagamaha tadguni bhutaha. Nama yasya agamaha krataha, yamuddishya agamaha krataha, tasya guni bhutaha, tadgrahanena grihyante. So once you do an agama, when you say am, you also take nam. That is what the paribhasha says. Okay. So now what does Balamanoramakara say? Let me just read it. Nyeheti saptamekavachanam vyakyanat. Nanu amikrute svanadhyapaha iti muti yadagamaha iti nyayena namaha api am grahanena grahanat annadyaha iti adagamaha syat iti ashankyaha. So what did we do in Bahushreyasya? That's the question, right? So Bahushreyasi ni ityasti. Ni iti krite ngeram nadyam nibhyah ityanena am adeshaha kritah. So once you did the adesha, what should we do here was the question. Should we do art or should we do nut? Okay. So now the other option was, what we could have done was, adau hrasvanadhyapo nut iti nudagamaha kriyate. So let's first do nut. We get nam. Once we have nam, then also we treat that nam itself as am. And we can do annadhyaha. So can we do both agamas is the question. Adau nudagamaha kriyate. Nudagamaha nudagame kritepi yadagama nyayena am ityaneneva grishyate. So since that is still remains as am, can we then do adagama? So do both, so it becomes anam or something is the question. So he says no, we cannot do both. Vipratishedha asti. So we have to apply Vipratishedha and do only the Parakarya. So eva prashnah nanu ami krite nyehe am adeshe krite hasvanadhyapo nut iti nuti. Let's first apply hasvanadhyapo nut and do nudagama. Yadagamaha iti nyayena. Yadagamaha tadgunibhutaha tadgranena grishyante iti paribhasha. Taya paribhashaya namaha api am grahanena grahanat. Since nam can also be considered as am, annadhyaha iti adagamaha syat. Then we can do annadhyaha. So that could be the prakriya. Iti ashankya. So if somebody would have this doubt, to clarify that, Dikshitar says, aha, iha paratvat. Iha paratvat ata nut badhyate. So due to, because annadhyaha is the parasutra, it overrules nut and we apply ada. The next point is also interesting. The next question is, okay, we did annadhyaha, we have and atashta, we now have am. Now can we apply hrasvanadhyapo nut? Because this is still am and we still have nadi samya. Punaha at agame krite, can we now apply nudagama? Nacha kritepi adagame nut kim nasyat? Kritepi adagame. Okay, we first do Vipratishedha parankaryam, we apply art. So now it became am. Kritepi adagame nut kim nasyat? Why should nut not apply? Because it still remains as am. Why should we not apply nut again? Iti chet Vipratishedhe yad badhitam tad badhitam eva iti nyayat. This is another paribhasha which says when we have Vipratishedha, that is when there is a clash between two sutras, and then using Vipratishedha parankaryam we decide that one sutra will apply. Okay. And then after applying that parasutra, if the Pura Sutra can still apply, what will happen? It says Vipratishedhena yad badhitam. If once a sutra has been rejected by Vipratishedha, that badhitam eva. That remains rejected. It will not apply again. So first, once it enters the arena and sees if it can apply. If you send it away once, it will not come back. So adau ataha nutascha vipratishedha kritaha. So once you denied nut the opportunity and said that art will apply, nut will not come back. That is why after doing adagama also, we will not apply nudagama. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so I think we can actually stop here. This is the next one which has quite a bit to say. So, and it's nearly time. So this is the second type, or maybe the next one I can finish. It's very easy. Okay. So I was hoping that this question wouldn't come. But what is this? 61102 Vipratishedhe, which is Tasmat no, Prathamayoh Purva Savarnaha. 6188 is Vriddhirechi. What is 61104? Prathamayoh Purva Savarnaha Tasmat Pumsi Nadichi. Right? Nadichi and Dikadasicha. Okay. There is actually this paribhasha, the Vipratishedhena yad badhitam tad badhitam eva has a twin paribhasha, which says punah prasanga vijnanat siddham. I mean, it seems very funny, but it is like punah prasanga vijnanat. So there are some cases in which even if Vipratishedha applies, then also again punah prasangaha. Yasya Vipratishedhena badhaha jataha tasya punah prasangaha bhavati. So again we can apply that. So that is another paribhasha. So why we need both paribhashas is because of lakshya. Lakshyanurodhat dve api paribhashe svikriyate. Both paribhashas have been accepted. The most common is this. That is when we do Vipratishedha, we will not apply the original sutra again. That is after we apply that. Okay. Here actually we have not applied Purasavarna Dirgha, right? There is a Vipratishedha between vruddhireti and prathamayah purva savarnah. If the vipratishetha takes place and if prathamayah purva savarnah applies, then we cannot apply vruddhi again. Okay, but since prathamayah purva savarnah is not being applied at all, it is being denied by nadichi, right? So prathamayah purva savarnah will not apply. So there is no vipratishetha actually here. Vipratishethena vruddhihi na badhitah. Okay, this is one. But there are also cases where even after vipratishetha we apply a previous sutra, which is given by another paribhasha, which is called punah prasanga vijnanat siddha. Okay. So, Paribhashendra Shekhara is actually a very nice grantha. I mean, it's very interesting work. So, and it's very important for Vyakarana. There are many cases where the finer points are all explained through the paribhashas. So we'll stop here today, and next class we'll see the next type. Oh no, I said I'll do another, right? So the next word is actually very easy. We have a word called Atilakshmi. Right? Lakshmim Atikrantaha. It is Tatpurusha Samasaha. He who has excelled Lakshmi, he has gone beyond wealth. Okay? Maybe somebody who doesn't care for wealth or who has enough wealth that has crossed the limit of wealth. Something you can say. Nanim Atilakshmi iti shabdaha. Asya prakriya katham bhavati iti prashnaha. Lakshmi shabdaha katham nishpannaha iti adau drashtavyam. Lakshadhatohu laksher mutcha iti I pratyaya Lakshmi shabdaha nishpannaha. Lakshmi is again a unadyanta, unadi pratyayanta. Okay, the pratyaya like we did for vataprami. Here the pratyaya is again I. Laksh, the dhatu laksh gets the pratyaya I. Laksh I ityasti. Mutcha, and the dhatu also gets the mudagama. Okay, no dhatu. The pratyaya gets the mudagama. So it becomes mi. Laksh, mi, Lakshmi iti bhavati. So here again, if you notice, the pratyaya is not nyanta. Bahushreyasi ityatra shreyas shabdata nish pratyaya krataha. So that was nyanta. Here this is not nyanta. There is no ni pratyaya. The ikara is coming from another suffix. Right? So anyantatvat na sulopaha. Halyabhyo dirghasuthisya praktam hal iti na bhavati. Atilakshmi su iti sthite. It will not, the supratyaya cannot be deleted because this is not nyanta. So the form will be Atilakshmihi. Supratyaye rutve visarge Atilakshmihi iti rupam. But in all other forms, it will behave like Bahushreyasi. Because even though it is not Nyanta, it is Nitya Strilinga. Lakshmi is Nitya Strilinga. Use Tryakyo Nadi Ittanena Nadi Samya Bhavatyeva. This is why we did a Vibhaga previously. Bahushreyasi Shabde Nyanta Shritam Karyam Ekameva, which was Sulopa. So the karya which was dependent on nyanta will not apply, but the karyas which were dependent on nadi samya will apply because this is nitya strilinga and this is ikaranta. Right? So shesham bahushreyasi vat. All other forms will be like bahushreyasi except prathama vibhakti ekavachana. Right? So atra atilakshmihi iti visargaha shruyate. Lakshmi padepi. Even the word Lakshmi differs from Gauri in only one form, which is Lakshmihi, Lakshmyau, Lakshmyaha. Etatu Gauri, Gauriyau, Gauryaha. So similarly here also, the first Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachane Bhedaha, Anyani Sarvani Karyani Samanani. So all this, Ambartha Nadyor Hasvaha, Annadyaha, Rasvanadya Ponut, and Neram Nadyam Nibhyaha will apply. So all other forms will be like Bahushreyasi except Prathama Ekavachana. So nyanta prayuktam karyam na bhavati, nadi samyashritani karyani bhavanti eva. This is the third type of word. First is vataprami, where there is no special karya, always yanadesha. In bahushreyasi, there is yan, iko enachi iti yanadesha, nyanta prayuktani karyani, nadi samya prayuktani karyani. Atilakshmi shabde, iko enachi iti yanadesha, nadi samyashritani karyani bhavanti, nyanta prayuktam karyam tu na bhavati. So we'll see the next type in the next class. Yenakshara tamam nayam adhigamya maheshwara krutsam vyakaranam proktam tasmai paninaye namaha. Mitrayan namaskritya taduktish paribhavya cha vyakarana siddhanta kaumudiyam virachyate.